Well, a happy finally Friday. Monday's Elite Eight game between Iowa and LSU drew a record for ESPN of 12.3 million viewers. They hope that trend continues tonight with the NCAA Women's Final Four. First game of the night features NC State and South Carolina. That's on right now. That's followed by Paige Bueckers and UConn against Caitlin Clark and Iowa coming up at 6 o'clock. Now, for Clark, it's her second consecutive trip to the Final Four, which she hopes becomes a national championship. But moreover, she hopes fans remember what an incredible ride this has been for she and her teammates.
People didn't really ever think we would get to the Final Four, and now to be here back-to-back times is amazing. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, people aren't going to remember how many points I scored. People aren't going to remember, you know, people may remember that we were in the Final Four twice, but people aren't going to remember, like, my buzzer beating shots versus whoever. Like, that's not going to matter to people in the end. I hope they remember, you know, how we made them feel, how we brought joy to their lives, how we gave their families something to scream about on the TV on the weekends. You know, I hope those are the biggest things that people remember. I hope, you know, all the young boys and girls remember the joy that we played with and how we took 10 seconds of our time to sign their autograph, and that inspired them to, you know, be whatever they want to be. I think that goes for, like, I think I'm speaking for our entire team, and, you know, that's what we're kind of the most proud of, the way we've carried ourselves through this entire process. And I think that's additionally allowed us to have so much success on the court, is just the team and the family that we've built over the past 4 years, and that speaks to the way Coach Bluter has built this program. Like this, there's been a lot of really good Iowa women's basketball players to come before us and give us a foundation to, you know, maybe take another step forward and, you know, take this program to a place it hadn't been to, and, you know, since the 90s. And for me, like, that's the coolest thing, is I've had so many amazing life opportunities and created so many memories with some of my best friends, and, you know, those are the things that'll last forever. Excuse me, sorry.
You can watch all the action of the Women's Final Four on ESPN. Meanwhile, Cashmere's graduate Haley Van Lith has reportedly chosen not to enter the WNBA draft this year and use her final year of eligibility to play college basketball again. However, looks like it won't be at LSU. The Athletic and Sports Illustrated both reported yesterday that Haley has entered the transfer portal. Van Lith played 3 years at Louisville, earning a finance degree. After that, she played a year for LSU. At point guard, her production fell. Van Lith still has a COVID year of eligibility to use. Now, some suspect she'll head for Iowa to replace Caitlin Clark, while others say she may go to South Carolina or head west to Stanford. We shall see. Oh, yeah, by the way, the men are playing as well. Their Final Four is in Phoenix tomorrow on TBS. NC State faces Purdue at 3:09 p.m. to be exact. That'll be followed by Alabama and UConn at 5:39. Well, the Mariners begin a road trip in Milwaukee against the Brewers after a 3-4 homestand to open the season. There wasn't much to really cheer about for Mariner fans, except last Saturday night when Julio Rodriguez came through with his first ever game-winning hit in the bottom of the 10th inning against Boston.
That's your ball game! Julio wins it in the 10th inning! They'll all go home happy tonight. How about that? That was a bullet, too. He hit an absolute line drive into right center field.
There was so much discourse, so much conversation in this town about Julio last year near the end of games. Close and late situations and the struggles that Julio had, and we have seen in the last two nights, Mike, him not press too hard.
Nope, absolutely, and that's just part of growing up at this level. He has so much talent. At times you try to think you can do everything, but sometimes it's okay to go ahead. If they walk you, they walk you. But right there, he gets himself into a good count. Looked like he stayed on another cutter and hit it extremely hard. There you go. That is the cutter. Inside out swing. That's a great approach right there.
I'd watch out for Rayleigh, to be honest.
Yeah, I would too.
What a moment early this season inside T-Mobile Park.
Logan Gilbert's on the mound for Seattle against Milwaukee's Freddie Peralta. That game can be seen on Root Sports Northwest. Meanwhile, over on Root Sports Northwest Plus, the Seattle Kraken are in Anaheim to face the Ducks. It's if that sounds a little familiar, yeah, because this will be the third time the two teams have played in the last 8 days. That game kicks off, or they'll drop the puck at 7 o'clock. It's do or die time for the Wenatchee Wild. Wenatchee's down 3-1 in their best-of-7 WHL playoff series with Kelowna, with Game 5 tonight at the Town Toyota Center. Austin Andrade dropped by Wake Up Wenatchee Valley yesterday morning and told Dan Kuntz he hopes fans will help with the home ice advantage.
I think playing a solid 60-minute game, which the guys have done for the most part, save for maybe a breakdown here or there. The guys have played a good 60-minute game. They just need the bounces, and they need to get rewarded for it. But it starts with getting on the board first and getting the momentum in the game, and in this case, getting the crowd behind us.
If Wenatchee's able to win tonight, Game 6 would be back in Kelowna on Sunday. A Game 7, if necessary, would be back in Wenatchee Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. For tickets, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. Well, checking the Les Schwab Prep baseball scoreboard from yesterday, Meridian scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal to beat Brewster 24-15. Okanagan blew out Lake Roosevelt 20-1. Cashmere was scheduled to host Meridian earlier today in Big 9 doubleheaders. Eastmont's on the road at Larson Field, that is, to play Moses Lake, while Wenatchee is hosting Sunnyside at Recreation Park. Much busier schedule tomorrow. Freda hosts Othello in a doubleheader at 11. Other 11 a.m. Twin Bills feature Royal at Quincy, Okanagan at Chelan. Cascade is hosting Columbia Burbank. Tonaskett's at Brewster. Okanagan will play Goldendale at Warden at 1 o'clock. Liberty Bell travels to Jenkins Chewelah at 2. Lake Roosevelt plays at Warden at 2 in the afternoon. A couple of matchups dot the fast pitch softball schedule today, with Cashmere hosting Mount Baker. Moses Lake is welcoming Mount Si for a doubleheader. Freda shut out Sela in Prep Boys Soccer yesterday 1-0. Elma doubled up Chelan 4-2. Coming up tonight, Wenatchee's hosting Moses Lake at 7 o'clock, while Eastmont travels to West Valley. Tomorrow morning at 11, it's Elma at Cascade, while Cashmere visits Manson. Bridgeport plays at Omak at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a look at sports news. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.